Then after, the old woman crept up and saw what the girl had. She had so many stuff. And then she felt jealous. She wanted her daughter to get all those jewelry and all those food and wine and lots more. So she went up to her daughter and said, "You get out of that house and work." So then the lazy girl was annoyed and walked out of the house. So then the lazy girl met the tree. The tree was all wet, soggy, and all crunched up. The tree asked, "Please, girl, can you break these branches on me?" Then the lazy girl was like, "No, never. I'm gonna get my hands and feet dirty." And the poor tree was left behind. So the lazy girl went up, and after a few minutes, she saw a vine tree. The vine tree said, "Please, can you plow me, girl? Then you'll have a good deed in return." The girl was like, "No, I'm not gonna get my hands and feet dirty." The vine tree was left behind, was just struggling. After an hour or two, she met a talking well. The well was like, "Please, can you get some water in me and wash me so I can get clean? You'll have a good deed in return, girl." The lazy girl was like, "No, never. I am never gonna wash you or do anything because I'm not gonna get my hands and feet dirty." So then she just marched along until she found a dog. The poor dog asked the girl, "Please, girl, can you help me? Then you have a good deed in return." The girl's like, "No, I am not gonna help you because I am not gonna get my hands and feet dirty, especially my clothes." Then she marched along, and after an hour or two, she saw a palace, the same palace as the diligent girl went. She knocked on the door lazily and saw 7 fairies. The 7 fairies told the same thing as the diligent girl to the lazy girl, but the lazy girl was very curious on the 7th room, and she was like, "What could be in there?" As she was pretending to clean the 6th room, she was right next to the 7th room. So she crept sneakily and opened the door. But all of a sudden, she saw bees, flies everywhere, and the bees began to sting her. She was screaming. As the bees were stinging the lazy girl, the 7 fairies thought and said, "Yes, this girl is not only lazy, but also not honest." Very opposite of the diligent girl. She's not going to get anything in return then. After they let the girl go away from the palace, after an hour or two, she began to be hungry and thirsty, and she saw the well that she was talking to like a year ago. Then she said, "Please, may I have some water? I am really thirsty." But the well said, "You are not having anything because you didn't help me, so I'm not going to let you have any water." So, because the girl was trying to get the water, the well pushed itself down and down to make it not reachable for the girl. The lazy girl just gave up and just went angrily stomped her feet. After a few minutes, she met the dog. The dog was full of jewelry, rubies, emerald, and loads more. And then the lazy girl asked, "Please, may I have some jewels of yours?" But the dog said, "You are not helpful because you didn't help me a year ago, so I'm not going to let you have any jewelry from me." So the girl tried to taste it, but the dog was too fast for the lazy girl. She gave up and stomped her feet again, marched along for an hour. And then suddenly she met the vine tree that a year ago she met. Then the vine tree was full of grapes and vine. And then the lazy girl asked, "Please, may I have some vine?" But the vine tree said, "You are not having any vine because you didn't help plow me." Then she tried to get it, but it wasn't reachable. She was angry and lazy and all tired and said, "How am I going to live in this?" So she just sadly walked until she met the tree. The tree was like, "You're not having any pears from me because you didn't help me pick those branches of mine." Then she tried to get the pears, but it was too high because the tree was growing taller to make it not reachable for the lazy girl. The lazy girl was like, "Why am I not getting anything? I should be able to do it because I walked so long, being like a day or two." So she sadly walked and then found her house. And the woman, the old lady, was just waiting for some jewelry and food and luxury. But because the girl didn't have anything, the woman was really angry and said, "You are going to be punished." So then the old man and the diligent girl came up and said, "What's the matter?" But then after, because all the shouting, they heard what was happening. And then the old man said happily, "You've learnt your lesson, both of you. Now you have to do the same thing for us. You have to do all the chores, all the things just for us because we done it for loads of years for you." So they learnt their lesson and done what they had to do. And that is the end of the story. The end. Did you like the story? Well, I hope you did. If you like the story, please thumbs up, subscribe, and comment below to tell me what you like about the story. This is Nivi and the lazy girl and the diligent girl signing out.